Hello, everyone, and welcome to Unleash. Today is a very special episode where we are going to be talking about how to master the art of effective communication. I would like to distinguish between the communication ways. The first is the verbal, and the other way is the nonverbal. What is nonverbal? Nonverbal is the gestures and the impacts that happen and make an effective image in front of the audience. And I'm going to be talking about the most important part, the nonverbal skills. Now, the nonverbal skills are what is communication before I start with what is a nonverbal skill. It's impelling an impulse of data from the sender across a distance to the receiver with the intention that the receiver duplicates and understands the desired data and responds positively. The most important element in mastering the art of effective communication is number one, to ensure that your energy is positive, that your vibe, your enthusiasm, your response, and these elements are actually the hidden factors that impact and go a long way towards the receiver's end. Now, what are the four basic kinds of communication skills? The first you need to undertake is the energy and passion. The second is your point of focus. Point of focus means your direction, your depth towards a particular purpose, and it's not drifting all over the place. It needs to come with one focal point of what desired response and mission and objective and goal is towards that communication topic or presentation. The third is what you need to really take care of are your gestures. You are not supposed to fiddle, move unnecessarily across the stage, and also the way that you are presenting yourself to the other person makes the world of difference. Now, let's talk about the key factors to enhance your communication. The first one is that you need to disconnect with the distractions. You need to completely ensure that you are fully present in the moment and you are giving the respect and attention to the audience. Now, let's come on to the three major aspects of an effective presentation. The one I would like, we have already discussed gestures, is avoiding the ineffective gestures. Ineffective gestures means if you have a pen and you're continuously moving it, you're fiddling with something, it's very distracting and it can, in fact, annoy the audience. So ensure that you are not moving and you are not making some unwanted gestures that can actually stop that impact that you are required to make. Please make sure, number two, your body movement, it should be very in a certain demeanor and it needs to be straight, looking towards the audience. The other one is the most important, quality of voice. You need to also understand the different variations of tones that you can use. If you're going to have a monotonous tone, it will not have the impact because the attention span of the audience is limited. Make sure that your quality is very crisp, clear, and also you can make a variation when making an important subject prominent and so on. Always make sure that your visuals that you are presenting with are very meaningful. They are communicating a certain purpose, and they are also not distracting from you. This is a very important balance that you need to keep. If you have a visual, make sure that that visual is only serving the purpose of facilitating and enhancing your prominence. And it's not taking away all the attention. Of course, if you're playing a video, that is different. But it is there to support you and not to overpower you. All right, now let's come to section 3. Section 3 is now coming towards your verbal skills. Verbal skills need to start with a purpose. It needs to start with a reason. And the first element of your presentation should be about the topic, should be about clear understanding of the subject that you are communicating. The other thing is you must know your audience. And the most important thing about knowing your audience is when you know the background of your audience is exactly when you can hit the nail on the head and you can completely engage and get the desired feedback. Make a bit of research before going and directing and immediately confronting them. Do some dynamic understanding of where they're coming from, what is their purpose, and how is it that you both can collaborate. Now, the second element of your presentation should have the body, the introduction. That is the most important thing, and it needs to be very, very bold, unique, stand out, and it's going to be the main crux of your presentation. The reason why people have come to see you has to be with a clear purpose. A nice way of using the acronym for intro is I for interest, N for need, T for title, R for range, and O for objectives. Intro. The third element is your body, the center of your presentation. And it comes to the technicalities and operations of any subject. The fourth is, of course, the summary. Summary needs to be very strong. It needs to concise all the presentation points into the end as a conclusion, which can then bring the desired response from your audience. The fifth and the most important final element is your feedback from the audience. What is it that they have to say, and what is it that they have to come back to you? There are very nice ways to get feedback from the audience. The first one is direct. You can ask the question from someone in the audience. It actually brings an involvement and it brings common objectives and it wakes up the audience. The second is the way you pose the question to the entire group is like time bomb. Time bomb is that you randomly pick someone and it all is the rhythm of excitement that it creates in the environment of your gathering, meeting, and event. The third is the overhead. The kind of strategy is asking a question from the entire audience. This is also a very nice strategy to entice feedback from the audience. Number 4 is relay. The speaker relays a question back to another person and avoids answering and allowing feedback from another participant. An example, if someone asks the speaker a question and you can say, oh, that's very nice, let's have you answer it. So this is another way of creating a communication. 4 is reverse. And I thank you for this workshop, first chapter of our Master of Communication. We will see you in our next episode. Stay tuned and share your feedback. Thank you.